from the White House tonight. In the meantime, tonight, Malaysian officials say they may send a ship to investigate claims the missing plane may be in the Bay of Bengal. That's where an Australian company says it believes it saw plane wreckage a month ago. Now, this comes as the American underwater drone, the Bluefin, has only days left to look for the plane in the southern Indian Ocean. It'll be over. No more searching, unless Australians and U.S. officials sign a new agreement to keep using the drone, which cost the Defense Department $40,000 a day to operate. Richard Quest, Miles O'Brien, and Arthur Rosenberg are all with me tonight. Arthur, Richard, let me start with you, because Malaysia now sends, look, we may send ships to investigate this place. Oh, my gosh. It's like somebody where I'm about to, do the gun, and they're going to take off. You're like a derby horse this
because
weekend.
I know where you're going with the question.
Okay, then take it.
They have to. And before you start chiming in, we'd be the first people that would criticise.
No, we wouldn't.
Wait, if you would.
No, we wouldn't. I would not.
You would.
I think it's awful that they're wasting a single ounce of fuel and resources to go to the Bay of Bengal.
Okay.
That's crazy.
No.
That is crazy.
No. First of all, the science of spectral imaging is real. The technology may be nonsense.
If I could spectral image and see gold and titanium, I'd be rich.
Do not start with me. It is impossible. Impossible. It's
the bottom is you don't know the technology, and you don't.
I do actually know the technology. I've done a lot of homework.
And this is why
Richard,
they have to go.
Exactly.
Because
no, they don't.
Because you have the Arthurs and the Miles of the world, and therefore the only way to adjudicate it is to go.
There's an easy answer to this.
Yeah.
This area is about 100 miles off the shore of southern Bangladesh. You send a ship out, it will take 7 hours to get there, assuming they're smart enough to bring those deep-towed, side-scanning sonar units. We will know very quickly if there's anything there. And we will make the families happy. And while all this is going on, the brain trust down in Australia can scratch their head next week and figure out where we're going to search next.
But you don't need to send a Malaysian ship there.
The Bangladeshis are also going out there to look at it, to sending a couple of ships out there.
Well, they have 2 ships that they inherited from China. I mean,
With the whole Navy's going, the whole Bangladesh Navy's going to be out there looking.
They have a formerly British frigate. I think it's fine to send the Bangladeshis out there. It's a great training mission for them.
All right, Miles, Monday, the Malaysians, the Australians, and the Chinese, as Arthur refers to, the brain trust, they are all going to meet to decide what's next, and this is a really important thing. But here's the thing, they keep saying it's going to take 8 months to find the plane. I understand they just need to give people they need to buy themselves time, but why put a time out there? I mean, how do they even know? I mean, they don't even know where it is. Their best guess so far has turned up nothing.
I think it's about calibrating expectations. I think, it wasn't that long ago we heard the pings, and we thought any minute now we would find the wreckage. And this is, again, I just keep thinking of these families and their expectations, and so for them to throw 8 months out I think is appropriate, and it hopefully allows people to sort of settle in for the slog, as Richard called it a little while ago. And, frankly, I think this pause that is going on right now to renegotiate might be a good thing, because it will give an opportunity for everybody to take a fresh look at all the data. Well, sometimes you get your blinders on, and maybe there's something missing or there's something there, I should say, that they've been missing.
This is a significant moment, you say, Richard.
Oh, I absolutely. And it's significant because we've come to the end of what I would describe as the very long first phase.
Yeah.
It hasn't been successful. Now they're regrouping on all sorts of fronts. The meeting in Canberra, the new surges, the more assets, who's paying, the families going home. We're coming into a new phase.
Well, I characterize this as rescue engineering. If your first job at engineering something doesn't work, you retool, you're re-engineering, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing next week.
Before we go, that report from Malaysia, there was a lot in it, right? The manifest, who was on the plane, the cargo, the 17 minutes it was missing before anyone noticed. But you found something very significant that was not in that report.
Well, if you compare it to other preliminary reports, I think the families would have liked to see, and I would have liked to see, some information about the flight crew. I mean, we do know something about the captain. We do know.
Right, but they didn't put anything in that report. There
was nothing about maintenance. The general rule is, if it was discoverable before a crash, it's discoverable and should be revealed after a crash. Some of the maintenance history of the airplane, some of the meat just was not there. I mean, they gave us something which was better than what they've done before, but it wasn't enough in my mind.
Thanks to all. And still to come, our Out Front investigation